Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, welcome. We're the Garso Twins. I'm Carly.
I'm Britta.
And we would love it if you would subscribe if you like this video. We try to upload weekly. We do weekly favorite series, monthly favorites, get ready with us, sometimes some book stuff, lots of different things. So join us if you like that.
It's already August, but we're here filming our July favorites because we actually have a lot to discuss.
We have so much, so we didn't want to skip it. We had to do it.
Lots of lifestyle favorites. First up is our own product. We just have to tout it. It's the Clean Coats Deodorizing Conditioning Spray. We have colloidal oatmeal, argan oil, and odor neutralizing enzymes in here. There's actually a pretty powerful ingredient we used is like the deodorizing property in this product. That's been tested on like trash.
Yeah.
And they used it on trash to see if it got rid of the smell, and it did. So it's fragrance free. Like our entire line will always be fragrance free because we just want the sensitive skin pups and animals to be able to use our products too.
Yeah,
but it does deodorize and it's like a nice milky consistency. So you basically spray it on your dog or cat.
Dry hair. We really haven't done a good job of explaining that, so we're trying to be clear.
Yeah, it's meant to be used like in between baths. So you can spray it on your dog or animal, any pet really, and brush it through until it dries, and it dries pretty quickly, so it's not like you have to sit there and brush it through for a long time or blow dry them or anything like that. It's a leave-on product, so it's meant to deodorize the coat, condition, detangle, all that jazz. It's pretty lightweight. Like I said, it dries down pretty quickly. I used it on Terry yesterday. He was super smelly and it got rid of the scent, and Tommy came home and mentioned how soft he felt.
And it's good for the skin because of the colloidal oatmeal too.
Yeah, the colloidal oatmeal, like we said, there's argan oil in here. It's based in glycerin and propanediol and water, so it's like a humectant, very moisturizing. We think it's amazing.
Silicone free, which typically conditioning sprays for humans and dogs have silicones, but again, we really try to make the line silicone free, not from like the clean aspect, but from an environmental standpoint.
Well, and also because silicones can tend to, you know, like even on our hair, like they stay on the hair and they help make it seem more manageable. But with a dog, you don't necessarily want like all that buildup.
Yeah, so we're not saying like silicones are awful, but we really try our best to not formulate with them. And so we think it did a great job conditioning without silicones and like making it the combability easier. It's just really nice. We're so happy it's finally launched. If you guys need a product like this, please order it.
Oh, and another thing I want to mention is we have little dogs, obviously, so we find it easiest to spray the product onto the brush directly and then brush it into their coat. If you have a big dog, like using the sprayer obviously is fine, but it's a pretty big spray pattern. So if you have a big dog, go ahead, spray it right on them. But if you have a little dog, it's kind of easier to just spray it onto the brush. Just a tip.
Okay, I can't believe we haven't talked about these. Maybe we did in a weekly favorites, but it's the Nespresso Sunny Almond Vanilla over Ice. Honestly, these are probably gone if you try to go get them.
Maybe.
But we wanted to still talk about them. I think these are the best Nespresso pods they've ever made.
Yeah, they're amazing.
They literally taste like mostly almond with like a hint of vanilla. They are the over ice kind, but they're only 2.7 fluid ounces, so they're essentially like an espresso size, so seemingly you could use it.
Well, 80 ml, that's not super small, is it?
Yeah, 2.7 fluid ounces. Like the Melozio is like 7 ounces. So like you could, this is their double espresso size. Like the Brita buys the double espresso.
Okay. The Dulce,
so you could probably even use it in like a hot drink for like that size, or like a cold latte. So I also love that they did that because the other iced one that they came out with, the coconut, is large size.
Yeah, those were
so you can't really do that. So it's nice. It's like concentrated. Everything about these is perfect, and I've been like cutting back on caffeine lately though, and I will say that these give me like a jolt, but it's worth it because they taste so good. So they're amazing. I hope they bring them back next year because they are limited edition. Please bring these back, Nespresso. Everyone will thank you. We like they were sold out online. We went back to our store and they were like, oh no, we have like 5 sleeves left, and I think we got 4.
Yeah.
We're like, okay, we'll take 4. So we're like trying to drink them slowly, so we still have them. You guys, I think I have a new favorite body lotion. As you know, we have been tried and true Gold Bond Dieback Skin Relief girlies for
almost 10 years probably. We've used it for so long and I still love it and stand by that, and I'm still using that on my face actually at night, but it is one of those products that's a little difficult to blend in. It's very, very thick, so as I use it on my face, I've said this before, but I mix it with oil to make it have more slip and be more spreadable. But for the body, like sometimes it's just kind of annoying to like have to sit there and blend. So I did my research and I saw that this was a new Gold Bond product. It's the Gold Bond Pure Moisture Daily Body and Face Lotion. And people on Reddit said that it was like way easier to blend than a lot of their other products, and it still has the urea, which I really love. It's based in water, capped, dimethicone, glycerin, like all the good ingredients that all their products have. Is it still fragrance free? Fragrance free. And it has hyaluronic acid, grapeseed oil, and I love this. It's so good. It's definitely easier to blend. Here, I'll put it on the back of my hand.
Yeah,
so
I've still been using the Dye Bags Relief.
I would say it's like a thick gel cream. As you can see, like it definitely has body to it, but as you blend it in, it definitely looks more of like a gel. It's
I'm gonna apply some
has
to my
less
leg.
like opacity than the Diabetics cream, and
Yeah,
if you
it blends way easier.
blends way easier. And if you, I do think you have to apply it to damp skin, like which you probably should be doing with all of your body lotion, but especially with this one because the hyaluronic acid, when I apply it to damp skin, I feel like that's when my legs feel the most like moisturized, and the moisturization like lasts all day. I love this, and it's like the same price as the Gold Bond Diabetics, and maybe I'll switch back to that one in the winter when I get like extra dry. But I'm so impressed with this, and it's literally like $10. I don't think I'll ever not use Gold Bond on my body.
I know.
It's so good.
Okay, this isn't something you can buy, but I wanted to encourage looking on Depop or secondhand sites and apps for bags. So I really wanted like a leather woven looking bag for the summer, and I don't have a lot of money right now, and there was like some options that were in like fake leather, and I just like, I don't know, I really love like real leather. So I went on Depop and I kept searching and searching, and I found this vintage Talbots, the stuff that's still around, I think, bag, probably from like, I don't know, the late 90s, early 2000s, I don't know when it's from, but they said it was in pristine condition, and they weren't kidding. This is like, there's barely any markings.
like not used at all.
Yeah, like it barely looks used. It's crazy, and I love it. It's like my go-to summer bag now. It's actually huge, but it's like a shoulder bag, which I like for the summer. Like, I don't know why, but sometimes, I don't know, just the summer I like a shoulder bag. And it's brown and black, which are like two of my most worn colors, so it kind of goes with everything. It has that woven leather look, which is what I was looking for. It has like a slight vintagey smell, but like nothing crazy. The interior is pristine as well. It's crazy. Like, I'm so shocked at how good a condition this was, and I got it for like $36. So look on secondhand sites for bags that you've been looking for. I'll even do like a reverse Google search for like popular bags and see what comes up. And I feel like this just looks so high end and so like trendy, and it's just, you know, a vintage bag, and it's in such good quality, and I'm so happy.
What's the price?
I said I think $36.
Oh, okay.
So like a steal. It's all leather. The interior is like cloth, but it's amazing, and I'm so happy I got it, and I want to talk about it. I needed a new curling iron. I was using one from Hot Tools that I got on Amazon for like $20 that died fairly quickly, and I didn't love it, to be honest, from the beginning. Like, it was fine, but just standard. And then I also had a Hot Tools wand from years ago, and that one also recently died on me. So I was using Carly's when I needed one, but I was, during Amazon Prime Day, I was like, oh, I'll buy this curling iron. It's by K&K Professional. It was a Riley Arnold recommendation, and I think it's supposed to be similar to the like bio-ionic curling irons. I got it for like $20, and I'm really impressed. First of all, it gets hot immediately. Like, within seconds, it's warmed up to like, I just use the lowest heat setting. I think it's like 360. It gets so hot. The clamp is really strong, which I like because I have really thin hair. So I need something that's actually going to hold it in the barrel and not like fall out, you know what I mean? Sometimes like my Hot Tools one wasn't like this. It wasn't as strong. It's like a nice ceramic barrel. It feels a little bit like the barrel's longer than some curling irons, which I appreciate, even though my hair's not super long. And it holds a curl. And my favorite feature is that it has auto shut off after an hour, because I notoriously leave my hair appliances crazy.
on. I don't know how she does it, but she always leaves them plugged in. They're always on. But my straightener has auto shut off, so that one turns off, but my curling iron historically would be left on. So now I don't have that problem. And like I said, it was only like $20. The price is amazing. And this is the 1 1/4 inch barrel. And so thank you, Riley, for the rec, because I'm really impressed with this, and hopefully it lasts.
Okay, another Amazon find. We've been like hot on Amazon recently. Is this phone case. We were debating getting new phones, like upgrading, but my old phone case was peeling, and I was like, honestly, I don't even know when we're doing this, so I'm just gonna get a new one. And I found this on Amazon, and I love the pattern. It's like green and off-white, and I like that it wasn't like a straight check, like it's like checkered, and then it goes into like these rectangles. I don't know, I think it's like chic and cute, and I love it. And the actual case quality is amazing. It has like 2 pieces, and then I assume this like more rubbery part is to prevent like breakage if it does
drop it.
Yeah, get dropped. And I was actually just so impressed. I think it was like $18 during Prime Day. So still a really good deal compared to like some of those other protective cases. And I feel like it's just amazing quality. I've gotten so many compliments on it, and I love it. So I wanted to call this out.
This candle we've talked about before, but it was recently on sale at Target for like $10. We recently each picked up a new one. It's the Frenshe Reset Candle Soothe and Comfort Cashmere Vanilla, and I like burned this for maybe 1 weekend, and it's literally like halfway gone. I'm gonna have to transition.
It burns quick because I think it's a
burns
soft
quick.
wax, but
I'm gonna have to transition to my candle warmer lamp because that makes them long lasting. But this cashmere vanilla, I like it as like a perfume too, but there's something about it as a candle that I love.
yeah, I used the roller ball of this scent all fall, and I'm honestly probably gonna invest in the perfume maybe this next winter because it's such a beautiful scent.
Yeah, it's really nice. Cashmere vanilla is a really good way to describe it. It's definitely sweet vanilla, but the cashmere aspect makes it like warm, cozy vanilla. Maybe there's like some sandalwood in there. I don't even know.
It almost
on the
smells
notes.
fluffy too.
Fluffy.
Like fluffy and airy.
Yeah, it says made in Canada. I'm actually, I wonder who makes this. But it's so good, especially at the $10 price point. Like I know Target has a lot of their own like threshold candles, and none of them live up to the quality of this one. Or like the Hearth and Hand ones are pretty good too. But those 2 brands I would
Burns
get.
really clean too because
Burns really evenly.
Bold move making a vessel in white.
Yeah.
Because if it has like not so clean burning ingredients,
Yeah, like
it would soot really bad, and this one doesn't. So.
Yeah.
It's nice.
It's so good. So pick it up next time you're at Target.
I bought this eyeshadow. State of Kate had talked about this probably like 3 years ago. It's the MAC Extra Dimension Eyeshadow in Sweet Heat, and ever since she did a video on this, I was like, wow, that made her blue eyes pop. I love it. We have green eyes, and I felt like it would do something similar, and I wanted it, and then I saw it went on sale, and I picked it up, and I'm obsessed with this eyeshadow. It's so stunning. To me, it's the exact same formula as the Tom Ford Wet and Dry shadows, the original. I think that they did reformulate those shadows. My Tom Ford palette is from like 5 or 6 years ago, and it feels like the exact same. It's made in Italy, so I suspect it is the same formula. So basically you can apply it dry, and it looks like very pretty and like ethereal and sparkly and nice, but I love to wet my brush with some Fix Plus and then put it in here, and then it looks like high shine metallic with like a ton of micro pearls. It's just beautiful. It's a beautiful, beautiful formula. Like one of the prettiest makeup products I own, and I've worn it twice now to 2 separate weddings, and it lasted all night when I put some MAC Soft Ochre paint pot underneath, and it's just been amazing. It's now my go-to like...
We'll insert a swatch.
Yeah, my go-to like travel, or not, like event shadow.
Beware if you have sensitive skin or eyes, because it burned my eyes.
Yeah, it burns my eyes for like a couple minutes, but most metallic shadows do that for me, and then it goes away. And it did the same.
Okay, book favorites of the month. I read a few books because we were on airplanes.
Ugh, I didn't read enough. I'm 3 books behind on my reading goal.
I think I read 1, 2, 3, 4. I read 4 books in July. My favorite is Sally Hepworth, The Good Sister. This was a recommendation from our friend Shauna, and she's really picky about books, and she recommended Sally Hepworth. And The Good Sister is about twins, so I was like, I'll just start there because we're twins. Relatable. And it's basically about twins named Fern and Rose, and Fern is autistic. She's on the spectrum. And Rose is her twin sister, and it basically jumps back and forth between their childhood growing up with their single mother and then as adults. I can't remember exactly how old they are. I want to say late 20s, and how they are very close and they kind of rely on each other a lot. Like as adults, they like meet up for dinner several times a week. Like this is all sounding very relatable to me, but especially because Rose has it in her mind that Fern kind of like needs her, that she can't take care of herself, which isn't necessarily true. As the book goes on, you kind of like see how their relationship really is. But basically, Sally Hepworth is like a thriller, suspenseful author, but I liked that the book was very realistic. There wasn't like a major twist where that came out of nowhere, and it just kind of built up slowly and slowly, and you were just trying to uncover what the actual truth was, because you see things from both Fern and Rose's point of view, and sometimes they're vastly different, and you're like, what actually happened? And then it all comes together at the end. So if you like books like that are thrillers but not scary, I think you would really like it. Like I was locked and loaded on this book the whole time. And again, like obviously I think I could relate more to it being a twin, but I think anyone would enjoy the book. It was very good. Okay, I'm looking now, and I read 3 books in July. I gave them all 4 out of 5. I don't know. Yeah, I gave a lot of 4 out of 5 this month. Yeah. But I did pick a favorite, and it was The Villa by Rachel Hawkins. And this book, kind of similar to what Britta's saying, is like a thriller without it being like too suspenseful or scary, or too like gory. Like it's not like a scary book. And I could predict a lot of what happened, but I didn't predict some of it. And it basically has this like dual timeline. There's this villa in, is it France or Italy? I think it's in Italy. And there's these 2 best friends in like present day, Emily and Chess, and they've like kind of had a rocky road with their friendship the past few years, but they're both writers, so they decide to go to this villa for the summer and write and just like kind of mend their friendship. And then it flashes back to when these 4 artists stayed at the villa, I think like 50 years prior, and one of them ended up being murdered. And so it's kind of like them reading more about this murder that had happened in this house, while also kind of like uncovering some secrets in the present day with both of them. And some of it, yeah, it was like easy to guess where this was going. Some of it wasn't. The ending kind of has like a Verity-esque situation. Not really, but like there's like this ending, and then there's like an additional information that they give you, which is kind of like the extra twist at the end. So you like think there's one twist, but then there's another. It's kind of confusing. The only reason I gave it 4 out of 5 stars was because of the ending. I felt like I just didn't love it. I was like really into this book. Like Britta said, we were reading on airplanes, and I was like, oh, I like couldn't put it down. I like really wanted to see where this was going. And I felt like the ending didn't really fit the suspense of like the rest of the book. But it was still a really good book, really good summer read, and I like to switch it up and not read rom-coms all the time. Yeah. So for that reason, I was like, oh, this was like a perfect book for me right now, and 4 out of 5 stars. Thank you guys so much for watching our monthly favorites, and let us know what you were loving in July down below.